R. Kelly, this is hilarious. I just wanted to talk about this because of how funny it is. R. Kelly basically didn't know he was getting sued by all these companies because he doesn't know how to read. And that's legitimately true. We're not joking around. I'm not joking around. R. Kelly never learned how to read, which is insane. We're talking about a guy who became one of the biggest R&B artists of all time, you could argue. And the guy's a musical genius but can't read. Which, like, if you're making millions, I think you would hope that you could read, you know. So let's go over the article. R. Kelly has lost a $10.5 million lawsuit stemming from his attempt to stop a surviving R. Kelly screening years back. But the singer says he never even knew about the suit to be able to fight it. As previously reported, 6 women sued both Kelly and his former manager, Donald Russell, for making terroristic threats to shut down the documentary screening back in September 2018. In August of last year, the woman won the suit for a joint total of $10.5 million. But according to documents obtained by TMZ on Monday, January 15th, R. Kelly said he's been sued so many times as of late that it's nearly impossible to keep up with everything, especially from behind bars. He also claims he's since changed legal teams and that the suit must have fallen through the cracks in the changeover. In addition, he added that he wouldn't have been able to understand the lawsuit even if he did get it, as he still has not yet learned to read or understand words beyond that of a grade schooler. That is insane to like. That just shows that, like, you know, you can pretty much do anything in this life. You don't have to know basic abilities. But either way, R. Kelly adds that he's innocent and that Donald was not his manager and he acted on his own to shut the screening down. He did that for his own reasons, the embattled singer wrote in the document. In other news, R. Kelly recently filed a suit against the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Yeah, for leaking his phone calls with Tasha K. Yeah, it's just funny, man. I think the downfall of R. Kelly is, you know, I went over some of the documents that were released from, you know, the women that were accusing him of things. And the guy is just a sick person, man. I'm going to do a R. Kelly documentary. I always talked about this. I'm going to do one in the future and break down pretty much everything. That might be a Patreon only video because doing those type of documentaries on YouTube, they're not going to fly because they're too gruesome. Maybe I could like, in detail wise, they're too gruesome. Maybe I can probably do a clean version potentially, but it's going to be censored so much that, you know, I don't think it's going to come out right. I don't know yet. I'm just kind of throwing things out there. But when I do work on that, I'm going to do a Patreon version. It's going to be really uncut and raw. And the things this guy was doing to women was like literally out of horror movies. Like even a Hollywood script writer couldn't come up with this shit. Very sick individual, man. And it's unfortunate because he's such a talented artist that could have been so much greater, so much better, but just ruined his whole legacy and, you know, image and everything. So the downfall of R. Kelly has been amazing. It should have happened a lot earlier, and everybody that didn't report these things when they were happening, they should get prosecuted as well. That's how I feel about these situations. I feel like if you know about these things and you don't speak about these things till years down the line and you're worried about your reputation, you're worried about getting fired, you should get prosecuted as well. Because it's like you're basically an accomplice. You're helping this person do these things. But that's a whole different subject because even with the Diddy stuff, I think if, you know, one of the bodyguards came out and was like talking about all these things, I'm like, dude, you witness all these things and you haven't said shit till now. It's like, but, you know, people are like, oh, he used to work for him, so if he would have said something, he would have lost his paycheck. He wouldn't be able to feed his family. Like, nah, man, I could give 2 fucks about that. I would immediately find a new job. I'd first find the new job, put my resignation in for 2 weeks, and then after I'm officially gone out of there and with the new job, I will then file the reports and say stuff, if that's what you're worried about. Me personally, I couldn't witness that with my own eyes and not say something. So if I ever get to a Hollywood fame level where I'm just top of the top, and know that if I ever saw some bullshit like that, I will say something immediately. Like I don't let shit like that slide. For me, I can't, with my conscience, I can't sleep knowing that I know something like that bad, and somebody's doing it, and I'm not reporting on it. I'm not telling people about it because that's fucked up. So yeah, pretty funny, man. R. Kelly can't read, which is, you know, something I knew, but it was just funny that he lost a $10.5 million suit because of that.